Guys, welcome to the Extenders channel here. We are with Ignacio Galarza, who recently got.
Top 32 at YCS Raleigh.
And what were you playing this weekend, Ignacio?
Pure Snake Eyes.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and see that deck.
Okay, so first, this is pretty standard. I was using 3 Ash, 1 Oak, 2 Poplar, the double Flambirch. This is just the standard ratio, not much really to say. Then I had the 3 Witch, standard as well. I was still on the Jet Synchron to go into Synchro plays. There's a new combo that I think it's still really good. It's not obviously as good as Baron and the Borreload, but you know, this is still really good.
Alrighty.
For consistency, the 3 Wanted and the 3 Bonfires, along with the one of 1 for 1. You want to get to your starters in this deck. And then the 1 of spell cards, the Temple, and the original. And then for the non-engine in the deck, we are on the triple crossout. That's, I think, should be standard for all pure variants of Snake Eyes. And then I'm also on 1 Called by the Grave. The thing about the Called by the Grave that not a lot of people are running it. This deck is really fragile against hand traps, so you want to have that extra layer of protection. And also, when you're up against Fire Kings, you can do crossout Called by on the Garunix in Graveyard, and that stops a lot of their interruptions. So I think that's just really good to do in that matchup.
Alrighty.
And then 2 tactics. That's another thing. I know that people were using 1 tactics at the event. I went into 2 just because if you go first and you draw this, you're probably going to win that. And then also going second, it's just really good at breaking boards. You know, you can steal a monster that's very troublesome against you, something that you can't really out easily. So it's just really good. I remember to steal a Chaos Angel that I couldn't. That he was unaffected, and that probably won me that game. And then for the hand traps, I was using, this is pretty standard, 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, and then I was on 2 Droll and 1 Mourner. And then the theory about this is, along with my side deck, I was on the other ratio so that I could, depending on the matchup, have access to 3 Mourner and the 3 Drolls.
Yeah, if you needed to like downsize on one of their hand traps. And
exactly, but because this is really good against the Fire King version, but against the pure version it's not good. But then this is still really good. I still want to have access to this. So you know, I was able to, with my side deck, just like tech it the hand traps to whatever matchup I was facing.
Okay. I like that.
And then since we're already on the side deck, let's continue on with that. I was on 3 Bell. I was on this card. Not a lot of people are still on this, but I really liked it because it was good against the Wasteless matchup. Being able to pre-prep among other cards is really good. And then against the Runic, because I was expecting a bit of Runic stun in this tournament, you can just Called by the, Bell the Fountain. That way they don't draw, so that really like slows down their turns as well.
Yeah. It's also good against Labyrinth, with got second this weekend, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's also good against Lab. And then the 3 Bestials, the 1 Magnum, 2 Druisworm. I was considering between running a Baldrake and the Druisworm, but the situations where you draw 2 just barely comes up. And Druisworm is just a lot better than Baldrake. Triple Cyclone. This should be standard, I think, in every side deck. It's actually maybe even main deck worthy. And then the last cards are 2 Solemn Strikes and 1 Anti-Spell. With the list, we lost 2 Anti-Spells, but Solemn Strike was really good this weekend. Being able to just hit a lot of problematic cards, right? Like when they go into a problematic Link monster, being able to strike it, or if there's a starter play that I want to stop, Strike was really good. And then Anti-Spell, I probably drew this card like 4 times. Whenever I drew it, it's just game.
You sure it's
on
one
the spot? Yeah. And then
now we go to the extra deck.
Let's go to the extra deck.
Alrighty.
So since we lost Link Karibo, I'm on the Anima. I'm pretty sure that most people
Would you mind moving?
that. Yeah.
Thank you. Apologize.
And then obviously staple the IP to the SP. The Charmers, Dark, and Hita. Nightmare Phoenix, really good card.
Utility.
Good utility, outs back row. You can discard Flambridge and then res 2.
Yeah, I saw you doing that this weekend.
The Promethean Princess, really good. Along with Celine. This is for the OTK line. And then you're almost always making this turn 1. Access code, it's really good to out problematic cards, especially since you can make it with Celine.
And it's also you're out for Skill Drain, which was really popular this
Yeah,
weekend.
it was really popular. Just I luckily did not get hit with Skill Drain, but yeah, just being able to go into this and then banish itself to out it is really important, I think, in this upcoming format.
Yeah, the winner was on it, if I remember correctly. I think they were citing it in Snake.
Yeah, I think they were citing it in. I know a lot of people were citing it in.
Yeah, it was a really popular card this weekend.
Yeah. And then for the last cards, since I'm still on the Jetson con, there's still the formula, and this replaced the Warlord and the Barone. Being able to hand loop, basically the combo is that you're gonna summon this, banish it to rip 1 card from your opponent's hand. Then you're gonna end up summoning this, revive, and then rip another card. I only resolved the combo, I think, like 2 or 3 times this weekend, but whenever I did, I just won on the spot. Like, my opponent just did not have enough cards to deal with
with everything.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, what were your matchups like this weekend, Ignacio?
So, round 1, my opponent was actually a no-show. Round 2, I played up against a super heavy samurai. That deck actually gave me a surprising amount of trouble because game 1, he nibs me, and then I still have the field up, so I'm going to do field effect to summon out Flambridge, but then he ogres the field, so I really did not have any other plays there. But games 2 and 3 I was able to win. Then I played up against just Fire King Snake Eyes and Snake Eyes decks. Round 5 I played up against just a lot of Fire King Snake Eyes and Pure Snake Eyes. Round 5 I believe I played up against Voiceless. I won that match, and the one match that's really difficult for this deck is the Kashtira Snake Eyes deck, just because Fenrir itself puts a lot of pressure onto the board that you make. I think that matchup is really difficult for this deck. Yeah, and that's pretty much about it.
And you lost top 32 to the eventual 3rd place, right?
To 4th place.
4th place, yeah. You lost the 3rd round matchup. Do you have any shout-outs for this weekend?
Well, shout-outs to the team, to the extenders, our captain, Paolo, who's recording this.
Hi.
Shout-outs to Got Milk Gaming for letting me stay with them in the Airbnb this weekend. And shout out to everyone in Puerto Rico. Ramon from our team, who helped me, test for this weekend, especially since I got, hit with that ban list unexpected. He really helped me, put the deck together.
Yeah, you cooked.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to mention?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And are you ready for the next format? Since we know that some new decks are coming in, the Tenpai cards. Do you have any changes that you have in mind or something like that?
So I'm thinking about testing out Ghost Ogre, because that card's really good against Tenpai. And I just got to test, what's good against Tenpai. I think that deck is very interesting. I'm not sure if it's going to be, an insane, like the next tier 0 deck. But it's definitely going to be a meta contender, and it's going to be, an interesting matchup.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Ignacio, and thank you so much for doing this video. And congratulations on the top.
Thank you.
Alrighty.